What happens when you start oiling your belly button? The idea that you can absorb substances like essential oils through your belly button may seem odd to some, but it's been done for centuries and can actually have powerful medicinal effects to help relieve pain, inflammation, bloating, digestion, and even help boost fertility, all depending on the type of oil you use for the different outcomes. It's thought that a gland called the Pecoti, or some people pronounce it Pechoti, it's thought that this gland is in your navel and allows you to absorb substances such as certain oils in your body. Now, there's no harm in trying the Pecoti method to see what it does for you. So let's just get into whether it works, whether it's safe, and how to do it if you want to try it. You guys are listening to the Digest This podcast, and I'm your host, Bethany Cameron. Let's get right into it. There's a new ingredient on the market proven to be just as effective as fluoride and completely non-toxic. We all know how fluoride can affect our health, and research continues to evolve. According to the International Association of Oral Medicine and Toxicology, fluoride can contribute to acne and other skin conditions, high blood pressure, thyroid dysfunction, TMJ, and even neurological problems. And acute high-level exposure to fluoride can lead to abdominal pain, nausea, vomiting, and even muscle spasms. So thankfully, this new fluoride replacement ingredient is just as effective for dental hygiene and much safer. You guys, this new ingredient is called hydroxyapatite, and it's the active ingredient used in Bite toothpaste non-toxic bits. Unlike fluoride, hydroxyapatite works by remineralizing enamel from within, reaching the innermost part of a dental cavity, and it binds to plaque and harmful bacteria in our mouth. So if you're brushing your teeth daily, and I hope you are, that's a lot of exposure to chemicals that could potentially accumulate and take a toll on your health. So if you're brushing your teeth anyways, why not switch to a cleaner, more sustainable brand like Bite? Bite toothpaste bits have been in my household for over a year, and my husband and I love using their fluoride-free tablets for our oral health. I even love their mouthwash tablets that are so convenient to travel with or just keep in your purse for a quick mouth refresher. For the mouthwash, you just bite down on a tablet with a bit of water, then swish it around in your mouth. You can even do this in your car. It's perfect on the go. And for the toothpaste bits, I typically take 2 at a time and chew them up in my mouth, wet my toothbrush, then start brushing. Bite also has a natural teeth whitening kit. So if you've been looking for a natural toothpaste without the paste, try Bite toothpaste tablets, which come in glass jars to help reduce plastic waste. Experience what I, my husband, and so many others are obsessed with. And right now, Bite is offering my listeners 20% off your first order. Go to trybite.com/digest or simply use code DIGEST at checkout. Okay, you guys, listen up. If you have the following symptoms such as constipation or diarrhea, anxiety, sugar or alcohol cravings, poor immune system, compulsive or disordered eating, low muscle mass, poor wound healing, slow recovery after workouts, heartburn or acid reflux, or digestive issues like colitis, IBS, diverticulitis, Crohn's, celiac disease, or symptoms from food sensitivities, taking L-glutamine could be beneficial. L-glutamine is one of the most important nutrients for a healthy digestive tract because of its ability to maintain the integrity of the intestinal wall. This amino acid, which is the most abundant amino acid in our body, helps heal all human tissues, especially those irritated tissues in the digestive tract. It's also been known as the calming amino acid since it's very effective at reducing anxiety, as well as sugar and alcohol cravings. Even progressive addiction treatment centers will use it to help reduce cravings. Plus, get this, you guys, in a 2011 study published in the Yonsei Medical Journal found that glutamine supports the immune system, and it's especially beneficial for patients in the hospital and those fighting viruses or overwhelming infections. Your entire immune immune system is protected from the toxic environment by your gut barrier. And if that barrier gets damaged, you will get sick and create an overactive immune system, producing inflammation throughout the body. Thankfully, a damaged gut lining can be reversed and can be accomplished by getting enough gut healing nutrients such as L-glutamine. Clinically, medical professionals have found this to be true with their clients, and I myself have experienced the benefits. That's why I created my very own L-glutamine powder under Bethany's Pantry. This powder is pure without any additives, fillers, flavorings, gums, or unnecessary ingredients. The ingredients are literally just one: L-glutamine. It's vegan, paleo, keto, and tasteless. So you can literally just add it to a glass of water, stir for 5 seconds, and sip without tasting anything. This amino acid also works well in smoothies, mixed in yogurt. I've even added it to my guacamole. It dissolves instantly and you can't even tell it's there. And your body will thank you from all the benefits you're giving it to fully heal in the area you need healing, or just boosting your immune system in prep for the upcoming flu season. Guys, I am so proud to finally offer a clean L-glutamine powder I can fully recommend. If you want a bag, just go to newzest-usa.com/Bethany's Pantry, where you'll find this plus all my other Bethany's Pantry items. Again, go to newzest-usa.com/Bethany's Pantry. That's nuzest-usa.com/Bethany's Pantry. I'll also leave that link in today's show notes. So I recently have been experimenting with mustard seed oil as well as olive oil for different treatments in my body. I thought it was a little cuckoo at first, I'll be honest, but literally the first night I oiled my navel with oil, and I'll share which oil that was in a second. The next morning, I noticed a huge difference, and I thought this could very well be just a coincidence, so I kept on doing it with the same outcome the very next day. Each oil may have different results depending on what you are doing for it. And each person may have different reactions, or maybe not even a reaction at all. So I'm not making any claims here, but I can vouch for myself and say that it seems to work for me and hold some therapeutic properties. So you're probably still wondering, well, does it work? So this belief may be based on the fact that you absorb nutrients through the navel tissues and the umbilical cord when you were in the womb, right? When you were unborn. So therefore, these same navel tissues could also pass the essential oils. But that belief contradicts what actually happens after you're born and your cord is cut off. Once you leave the womb, the flow of blood and fluids through the cord gradually stops. Then the doctor obviously cuts off the cord, which is the only method of transmission between the mom and the baby. All that's left behind on your navel after birth are skin tissues and hard, solid ligaments that eventually either fall off or seal up. There's no gland left here that can absorb anything. But here's another similar idea related to the BOK method that seems to have research behind it. Nerves in the gut contain CB2 receptors that allow CBD oils in particular to help you digest. A 2016 study suggests that CBD oils can interact with the nerves in your gut that aid in digestion and can help reduce the symptoms of gut disorders like irritable bowel syndrome. Another 2016 study supports this idea, suggesting that these same nerve receptors could use CBD to reduce stomach damage caused by pain medications and relieve gut inflammation. But there's no specific research that supports the idea that putting CBD oil specifically in your belly button has any connection to this use of CBD to act on your gut nerves. Now, you can't absorb oils through your belly button, but the sense of oils on your body and the methods of applying them can be calming. Research does show that many oils, including CBD oil, can have both pain-reducing and calming effects when they're applied to your skin. A 2016 study on rats found that CBD applied to the skin provided relief from joint inflammation with arthritis, and my husband and I both use Ned CBD salve, which you can apply topically topically to alleviate pain like a sore neck. And I've even put Ned's CBD balm on my forehead when I had a bad headache. And remember, even skincare products are absorbed through our skin. And if they're not a clean, non-toxic product, studies have shown they can disrupt the microbiome and even our endocrine system. All this to say, our skin absorbs everything and is in fact the largest organ in our body. So it does make sense that putting certain oils on your body will have an effect. But the idea that your navel is the place to put the oil may seem strange. But it's been thought to be the most susceptible and the place where our entire nervous system and receptors stream. And given we were fed life through our navel inside our womb, it truly does make sense that this area affects our entire system. So, is this safe to try? Well, yes, there's simply no harm in putting a little oil in your belly button. Just don't press too hard on your belly button, as there's a large amount of nerves around your gut and the pressure could be painful. All right, so let's talk about the oils to use for certain ailments. For digestive health, massaging the navel helps to regulate the digestive fire for enhancing digestive abilities, improve regular elimination of waste from the bowel, and relieve uneasiness and digestive troubles associated with gas and bloating. A properly functioning gastrointestinal tract helps to manage weight and reduce inflammation in the entire body. So the oils to use for digestion are either ginger oil or mustard seed oil, which is what I used the first time. As I previously mentioned, I did put some mustard seed oil on my navel and I massaged it that evening. The very next morning, I had the best bowel movement. Like, I don't know if this is TMI, but I didn't need to have like coffee or anything to stimulate it. Like, I just had a regular bowel movement and it was a full evacuation. For anyone with digestive issues, you know the struggle when you go to the restroom and you're like, okay, like I had a bowel movement, but I still feel like I need to have another bowel movement. Like, I feel like it's not fully eliminated, right? So the first time I was like, wow, like I feel like I fully had a full evacuation and it just felt great. So that was my experience. And so then I was like, okay, this is like, maybe this is just a fluke. Like, it just happened to be like I put oil on my navel last night and like I'm having a good bowel movement today. Like, anyways, long story short, like continued to do it at night. This is when I did it. So like I did it in the daytime, but really for this particular aid, I guess you could say, for like digestion, massage it at night before you go to bed. And then you just wait the next day. So don't just like dab some oil, just maybe, I don't know, 2-3 minutes. Literally massage your belly button with the oil and just kind of like rub it in real good and then see what happens. Now, regarding fertility, regular application of warm oil in the belly button can help improve sperm count and mobility in males and enhances fertility in females, along with strengthening the reproductive system. Also, females can alleviate cramps and pain during your menstruation period with the help of Navel Therapy, as it relaxes the veins around the uterine lining. So for fertility as well as cramps during menstruation, the oils to use are olive oil, which I've done before, as well as coconut oil. So either of those two oils have been used. So vision improvement, you would never think that oiling your belly button could help improve vision, but it is thought that the belly button has a direct link to the veins that reach up to the eyes. Stimulating those veins with Navel Therapy could possibly lead to better vision, reduce the puffiness around the eyes, and also lessens pigmentation. So applying oil to the belly button can lubricate the eyes and prevent them from excessive dryness. So that's what it's thought to do. And the oils they say for eye health to use on your belly button are mustard oil and then also olive oil. So not both, but either mustard oil or almond oil. Now let's talk about skin health. It is thought that massaging the belly button with essential oils can have outstanding benefits for the skin. If you want to reduce pigmentation, prevent excessive dryness, enhance skin texture, maintain hydration, and desire a natural glow on the skin, then do the simple trick of Navel Therapy. Oiling can also help purify the blood to prevent the occurrence of acne due to hormonal problems. And if you have hormonal problems or are looking to rebalance your hormones, this may be helpful for you. For those that do struggle with hormonal issues, you may be breaking out and you're just like totally over it. If you have blemishes and acne, the oils to put on your belly button, not your acne, but your belly button for your acne. These oils are neem oil, olive oil, almond oil, mustard oil, tea tree oil, lemon essential oil, or rosehip oil. Either one of those. Do not combine them, but just choose one. If you notice, mustard oil is like one that I have said again and again through like these different issues. So that's why I kind of personally got mustard oil, because I was like, man, mustard oil is used for all these different things. So it's kind of like a win-win here. People suffering from body aches due to just wrong body posture, medical conditions, or muscle tension can opt for Navel Therapy as well to hopefully find some pain relief, reduce inflammation, and relax the muscles. So try this if you're having joint pain or muscle inflammation. Oil your belly button. You can try CBD oil, which is great. It's just a great anti-inflammatory oil. Topically, you can do that, as well as I personally take CBD oil internally, but then that can help you sleep. That can help with like other things as well, not just pain. But other oils you can use for body pain are sesame oil, castor oil, or rosemary oil. Now be careful with castor oil, particularly. That's a really strong oil, and rosemary oil as well too. So that can sometimes sting. Tea tree oil. I think I mentioned tea tree oil previously for like the skin health. That also needs a carrier oil because that's just super pungent. It can actually burn the skin. So be careful with these essential oils, as you may need carrier oils for some. And I feel like this is a no-brainer, but I also feel like I have to say it. Be sure you're not allergic to any of these oils. So it's always best to do a patch test somewhere else, maybe on your body, maybe on your ankle or on your wrist or something, before you actually, apply it. And then, of course, just always watch it. Don't overdo it at first. As I mentioned, you have to make sure that if it is an essential oil, make sure that you're using a carrier oil. Almond oil, mustard oil, olive oil, sesame oil. Those are not essential oils, so you typically don't need a carrier oil for those. I also want to mention, just to make sure your navel is clean. I'm sure everyone listening, I'm like preaching to the choir here about cleanliness, but make sure your navel is clean before applying the oil, clean and dry. And then the next day, make sure to rinse it and wash it. I feel like so many people just like don't clean in between their toes or their navel or behind their ears. And like, that is just like cleanliness 101, like self-care, right? I don't know why. I thought to just bring that up, make sure your belly button is clean, and this could help clean it out too. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's bite of knowledge. And if you have any questions or if you feel like sharing it on social media, please tag me so that I can see that you listened and enjoyed it. And as always, I always appreciate your reviews, rating and reviewing the show. It really helps boost it and it gets up there in the ratings, basically, so that other people can find this podcast. So I appreciate you guys, appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys this Wednesday. Thanks for listening to this episode of Digest This. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review in your podcast app to let us know. If you're ever wondering how you can support me and this podcast, sharing it with your friends and family is the best way. This is a Resonant Media production produced by Drake Peterson and edited by Mike Fry. To email the show, message us at digestthispod@gmail.com. See you next time. The content of this show is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not a substitute for individual medical and mental health advice and does not constitute a provider-patient relationship. As always, talk to your doctor or health team first.